What is going on tonight? This is your boy DJ Don, and I am here on my YouTube channel tonight with heavy metal guitarist extraordinaire JC Goins, the guitarist for Drivers Divide and Cold Faction respectively. That's the guitarist for Drivers Divide and Cold Faction respectively. How's it going, JC?
I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. It's been a long time since we heard from you, buddy. You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. Life is good right now.
Sweet, sweet. So anyway, I had you call into the show tonight because I wanted to talk to you about some of the new acts that I seen that you were a part of on the internet. I see you have a band from Charlotte, Michigan called Drivers Divide. Is that right?
That is correct.
Cool, buddy. Well, why don't you tell us about the band, the members, and what everyone plays in the band?
Sure. Well, Drivers Divide is it's more or less a group of the musicians that I jammed with before in Scare Factor, one of my older projects back in the day. We got Andrew Driver on bass. We got Steve Driver, his brother, on drums, and have myself on guitar, and Chad Elliott at vocals.
Wow, Chad Elliott. That's a name that I haven't heard in a long time. How's Chad doing?
Oh, he's doing good. He's doing real good, man. He's got more of a reinvigorated attitude towards this. It's like I said, there's some core members from another band and stuff, and we were all sitting around discussing it. And we're like, well, if we're going to do this, we got to get the core members back. So,
well, you make sure you tell Chad Elliott that we said hello, and you have him call in and talk to us sometime. That would be good.
I can do that.
All right, buddy. Well, my next question I had for you was, how long has the band been around? But I think you kind of answered that question for us already, kind of saying that it came from the members of Scare Factor. So my next question is where can fans get their hands on music from the band Drivers Divide?
Well, when it gets done, we usually will probably be able to get it from us directly until we decide if what we're going to do as far as, like, signing with someone for distribution, or we're just going to press our own merch. Right now, we are just finishing up writing a song, and we've got about 13 good tracks. So now it's time to hit the studio, and that'll be a fairly quick process. So once we hit the studio, we get these CDs pressed. You can contact us on our Facebook page. We'll be putting out ads and advertisements about merch and CDs and T-shirts being made and being readily available.
Sweet. So do you have any big shows coming up with Drivers Divide that you want to tell us about?
Oh, man. Not directly. Like I said, this is still a fairly new project. We're looking to try to hit the road in spring. Once again, it'll be on.
That's just right around the corner, man, with Valentine's Day being in 2 days. Spring could be like literally right around the corner.
That's right around the corner.
So anyway,
we're gonna have a CD, and we're gonna have a CD ready, and we also want to try to have a video ready.
Perfect. I can't wait to see that. Also, that brings me to the next thing that I saw here. I understand you're in a band called Cold Faction. They're from Jackson, Michigan. Is that right?
That is correct. That is just freshly started.
Freshly started, man. You got a lot of new projects that we're really, really getting excited about. So what should we know about Cold Faction?
Cold Faction is comprised of myself, Errol Whitehead on bass, Keith Hurley on drums, and we're probably going to be getting, we haven't confirmed it yet, but we're looking at getting Dale Hills back here.
Wow. For some reason, when you started going there, I was like, he's going to say Dale Hills. He's going to say Dale Hills. And he said Dale Hills, guys. So we have confirmed it right now. Well, we won't really confirm it yet. We'll still let him simmer on it, but we'll hope for the best. Dale Hills, the new lead singer of Cold Faction, folks. So,
yeah.
Okay, so fill in the blank for us here today. If someone said, okay, Cold Faction really sounds like band blank, who do you think they would be speaking of?
Wow, that's a tough one because the thing about Cold Faction is that it's a very unique sound. I mean, we have our influences and stuff, but we wanted to try to make something, something unique. And it's starting to come together really good like that. if I had to put my finger on it, if we sounded like anybody, it would be like a cross between, like some Rage Against the Machine meets Black Sabbath meets, some Godsmack and Pantera,
Wow. Those are some very, very, very good bands, JC.
Yeah, it's a broad spectrum. It's like we're sticking our toe in every little broad spectrum of our influences and letting it come out in our music.
So is there any big plans for the future with Cold Faction?
Same. It's the same thing. We're following. I'm following a blueprint that I like to try to, get our merch around, get CDs made, get all that done, and then start booking shows. That way, when we come to a show, we're not coming empty-handed.
Sweet.
We're gonna have a merch booth. We want to have things like T-shirts, hats, posters, CDs. Come, correct.
Sweet. That's funny that you say blueprint because for the listeners here that don't know, JC and I actually go way, way, way back. Early in both of our careers, I actually managed, produced, or booked many of JC's bands. So it's actually a real privilege to be doing this interview today. So I want to talk to you about some of your old bands and projects because, there's still fans lingering around. So what comes to mind when I say the word Mandrill?
Oh, man. Mandrill, that was like the introduction.
The introduction, right? So remember Mandrill? I remember when I first met you, it was through BW, and you were playing in Mandrill, and you guys were just rocking, and then that lasted for a while, and then I remember you played with Jason Weber and Mark and Sean in Headshot, and Dale, yep, and then Scare Factor. Scare Factor was an amazing. I was actually when I heard you were going to be doing this interview with me today, I was actually singing Devil's Cry to myself earlier. Do you remember Devil's Cry?
Yes, I do. That's a great song, too.
Ask Chad sometimes. Tell him we want to hear a little sample, a little 2018 version of Devil's Cry.
Oh, man, you're going to be blown away when you hear it because we've, if you remember correctly, we use 6-string guitars and 7-string guitars.
Right.
So Devil's Cry was originally written on a 6-string guitar, drop D style. Well, me and Andy were sitting around one day and we were thinking, the song always needed something. Let's try something different with it. So what we did is we transferred it over to the 7-string sound. But then we went even further and went to a drop A tuning on the 7-string. So it's our drop B tuning, so it's like an A. And it's really low, chunky, heavy, aggressive, blue Devil's Cry.
Right. I can't wait to hear it. I'm going to be looking forward to that. So make sure that when you get that track finished, I'm one of the first to hear it because I was a huge, huge fan of Devil's Cry. Now, the next thing that comes to mind is a band called Killing Mistress. Now, when I say Killing Mistress, there's just a certain level of excitement that surrounds Killing Mistress because back in the day we had so much fun jamming and playing in Killing Mistress with you and Jesse and Matt and my brother Sean, who rest in peace is no longer with us. So tell us about Killing Mistress and what you remember most about Killing Mistress and anything you want to say to the Killing Mistress fans out there because I know they're still out there.
Oh yeah. Killing Mistress was like, to me, it was a very, very different, unique style in itself, and we had some very good musicians doing it. And it's like, when your brother joined, it was almost surreal because the man had so much ability to learn, and he took everything that people like me and Jesse and Matt had to show him, and he absorbed it. And I think he helped make the image of Killing Mistress what it was,
Right.
I mean, Jesse had a very good, stage presence. His stage presence was awesome. Matt, his drumming technique was just like so off the wall and so unexpected that you would see from a conventional drummer. And then there's myself, I just like writing riffs. But Sean, he grabbed it and hit the ground running. And to see his excitement every time we went to play a show, he was always geeked and ready and amped, and he was ready to go. I think that gave us the energy we needed to do, even when we played some hard shows and long shows, to see his enthusiasm.
Great.
Yeah. That's what I remember Killing Mistress.
There's quite a few old memories of Killing Mistress. I actually messaged Jesse yesterday, and he hit me back, and I asked him if he was still doing music, and he said it's been about 10 years since he's done music. So maybe maybe we can hit up Jesse sometime and see what he's doing. Let's move on to the next question. I'm going to ask you the question, and then I'm going to answer the question while you think about your answer, and then you can give me your answer. How about that, JC?
Okay.
Okay, so the next question is, are there any old memories that stick out that are appropriate that won't get you into trouble by our parents or fans? For me, I have 3 memories that stick out from the time you and I started doing music together. The first one is recording the album, which I have in my hand. Right now I'm actually showing it to the camera. Separation Day by Killing Mistress at the recording studio that I managed. We spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours recording this album. So for those of you guys who haven't heard Separation Day, try to find it somewhere on the internet because it is amazing. The next memory was when you and Headshot played our birthday party in Homer. That was a great day. We had a lot of fun. We felt really honored to have the band there to play our party. And the last memory that I have of you that was really awesome was the day that you and Scare Factor did 2 shows for me in the same day. The first one was at the Q106 FM Rock and Ride Spectacular, and the other one was at Music Jams. Do you remember that day, JC?
I do. I definitely do. That was an awesome day, actually.
We had a lot of fun that day.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to give you an opportunity to give us one memory that sticks out from all of your tours. It doesn't have to be from any specific band. Just tell us one memory from playing and jamming that is amazing to you.
Well, there's kind of 2 that stick out for me. One, I think, was when we did the show in Hillsdale at the movie theater.
Yes, at the Roxy.
Yep, at the Roxy. And when we actually had Killing Mistress and Headshot play that show.
Yes.
Yep, you and Joe managed the show and put on a good show. We had a bunch of different stuff from rock to rap to R&B to metal. And it's like, that was my first time ever pulling double duty in the same building in one night.
Right. And your next memory?
My next memory, the biggest one, I don't know if you kept up too much on what I was doing, but I was with a band not too long ago called Six Cylinder.
I remember Six Cylinder.
Yep. And that's when we had Keith Hurley on drums, Mike Jennings on guitar, Mike Gensel singing, Desmond Dukes on the other vocals, and myself on guitar and Errol Whitehead on bass. We did Rockapalooza, 2013, I believe it was, yeah. We did Rockapalooza, and we did both Friday and Saturday. Friday was during the evening more, and then Saturday was like at 3 o'clock. And there was like 78,000 people in Jackson Fairgrounds. And it's like, it was just a sea of people. We were just rocking out so hard. We made Channel 6 News, all that stuff.
Sweet. That sounds like a great time, JC.
Oh, man. We actually shot official video from that footage of Rockapalooza and cut it to our track and made our first official video and stuff. And if people ever go out, look for Six Cylinder Corrupt Machine 2013 Rockapalooza on YouTube, and you'll find it. And it's a good video. It's a great song, great bunch of guys at the time. And that's one of the things that really stuck out in my head.
Sweet, JC. I really appreciate all the awesome stories, and I'm sure our listeners do too as well. My next question, and we're actually going to be wrapping this up here soon. My next question is, what type of guitar do you play? Do you have a specific model or brand that you really like and you want to give a shout out to?
I do. Well, you know me. I like to try to collect as many guitars as I can, just because I like to switch up sounds and styles and stuff like that to match what's going on with what I'm doing in my respective project. So right now, I'm playing in both bands. I got a Randall RG 120. It's a 120 watt head, 412 cabs, and it's got 16 built-in digital effects. So I'm playing both those kind of rigs in both my bands, except for I kind of use a little more of a driver distortion for the driver's divide, and then I got something a little more rock oriented for Cold Faction, because that's what Cold Faction is, more of a hard rock band, and Driver's Divide is more of a heavy metal, more grindcore metal band. As far as guitars are concerned, for Driver's Divide, I'm using Ibanez RG6 white with a black binding, and I'm using my Dean Vendetta 7-string.
Sweet.
Black.
Sweet. It all sounds very high tech and awesome.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite guitars. In Cold Faction, I'm using a Fender Black Bullet, and I'm using the Epiphone Les Paul.
I mean, you always use those Epiphone Les Pauls, man. I actually had one for a while, but I'm playing an Ibanez right now. So anyway, go ahead.
I said, what series you got?
I said that one more time.
I said, what series do you have now?
I actually have an Ibanez Geo that has it has the red burst finish, I believe. It's pretty decent. It does the trick.
Oh yeah, them Geos are good.
Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna give you the mic real quick, because we're gonna have to be bringing this down to a close. We're gonna give you the mic to shout out anyone or anything. So JC, go ahead. It's all yours, buddy.
All right. Well, first I just want to say thanks for having me on your little show here.
No problem, brother. You rock.
I haven't talked to you in so long. It's good to hear from you again. I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully I see you at a show. And I just want to say to everybody out there to keep your eyes open for these bands that are coming up here soon in the spring and summer. We're going to be hitting the stage and hitting the road and hitting it hard. So you will not be disappointed.
Perfect.
Go to our Facebook pages, check us out, like us, and keep tuned, so that way you'll know what's coming when it gets there, and you'll be seeing people at shows.
Perfect. JC Goins, rhythm guitarist for Driver's Divide and Cold Faction, respectively. One more question before you go, buddy. If the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles met in a dark alley for a fight, who would come out the winner?
Man, you say Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers?
Yep, the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers. They're going to throw down in a dark alley. Who's going to win?
Man, Ninja Turtles, bro.
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles. Do you have a favorite Ninja Turtle?
I like Raphael.
I like Michelangelo. Guys,
yeah, Raphael's really...
Power Rangers versus Ninja Turtles. You heard it here. Ninja Turtles are going to win from JC Goins. JC, thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me, man.
You take care, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon. Hope to see you at a show.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Guys, that was JC Goins, one of the most awesome rhythm guitarists ever. So if you don't know about him, you should check it out. I'm still your host, DJ Don. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, peace.